All right. Oh God. Well, you know
Oh,
what? Pugga will probably keep it in.
come on, puberty.
Um.
What? Child. Anyway, so
All right. So first off, patron shout out today is Abner Hockley. Thank you for being a patron. Greatly appreciate it. We love it. So thank you. So yay.
Yay, Abner.
Did my hair just for you.
Come on, I told you. You're giving Bob. I like your Bob is fire. Your Bob is fire.
Welcome to the Horror Hour.
We all go a little mad sometimes. Get you.
You are
You have been listening to the Horror Hour.
Hello and welcome to the Horror Hour, a place we discuss, we debate, we disagree on all things horror. I'm one of the hosts here. Hi, hello, Yutaka. And today I am joined by the incredible and amazing Jay from Jay Meets World. How are you, Jay?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
Fabulous. It's been a while since you've been here, so I can't wait to
I
talk some
know.
horror and thriller with
I
you.
know. I'm very excited because I like this topic. So,
well, you know, this topic is kind of inspired. By the time this comes out, I guarantee this will still be at the box office because it's doing stupid amounts of money, which makes me happy. Long Legs. I'm just gonna tell you right now. Some will say it's overhyped. Some will say it's, you know,
I don't
it's
care.
truly hyped. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's good, and I might. Well, I've looked around and found out, and I've seen it 3 times. But anyways, not
I
the
can't
point.
wait. I didn't
Not the
know it
point.
was. I thought it was supernatural. I don't know why. Okay, don't tell me.
I
Don't
can't
tell
say
me. Don't tell
anything,
me. Don't say
but I can
nothing.
tell you it's so good. And so that
Okay,
kind of
don't.
inspired this topic, which I
Okay.
don't think we've actually got to talk about, is some of our favorite horror films or thrillers, because thrillers definitely have this as well.
Thriller for sure. You got to put thriller
Yeah.
in there for this
Serial
topic.
killers. There are some great movies, some good hidden gems, and I figure, you know, after the breakout success of Longlegs, which is directed by Osgood Perkins, who is Anthony Perkins' son, who is in Psycho. So it's like it runs in the
Oh,
family.
I still haven't seen that movie.
That breaks.
It's because I want to react to it, and so I'm always
That's
just trying
fair.
to figure
That's
out
fair.
when is a good time. But there's so many things.
That's true.
But
Y'all
that's
bully her.
definitely on my list.
Bullying
It works. Bullying me works. It really does.
All right, so well, let's get started. So Jay, since you're the guest, what is your first pick?
You know, I'm gonna start with this one because I reacted to it, and
Okay.
it was a movie I did not want to watch, and it ended up like shockingly becoming one of my favorites, and that's the Gipsy Tapes. And I know
What?
favorite as in like it's just
It's good.
so
It
it's
is.
good, but it's so shocking. And once it's one of those movies that I don't know if I'd actually watch it again. So calling it a favorite is kind of wild. But it was just good.
It's effective.
Like, and I did it because I was on my found footage journey, and I used to be a found footage hater. But as I've watched a couple now, I'm like, okay, I get the elements. I get why we like found footage. And that movie, and I think out of the movies I chose, I tried to pick ones that kind of really focus on the aspect of being a serial killer.
Okay.
And I think like I kind of went with the textbook definition of serial killer being like doesn't really have a motive. Just kind of does it because they can. And so the fact that he was just like, and the fact that we all know that David will not post his reaction ever to this movie. That's all everyone kept saying on my video. It was like, oh, now we know why David won't post this. And I think we should bully David, but that's a different conversation. But the Gipsy Tapes is just so good. And without like, I feel like you kind of have to spoil it to talk about it. So spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, fast forward this part. But the fact of like you think they get him And then it turns out they don't really get him. And it can, of course, be very goofy in some parts, but I think that's also why I like it, because it's almost mockumentary style. Like it's almost, it seems like they're making fun of these type of documentaries, but then to see what he does as the killer is just so baffling. And you can't help, obviously, you feel bad for just the twists and the turns, period, of this movie are insane.
It's unsettling. It
And
really is.
I think also what I love about serial killer movies is they're always so fast. Like they're like an hour and 30 minutes, I feel like, in and out.
That's
It's
true.
like there's a killer chasing a person, either run or die. Like there's not much else. And I feel like as we go through these movies, we should talk about whether or not we think we could get away from these killers.
Oh no. Okay.
Poughkeepsie, yes, because
They
everyone
made stupid
got
choices.
Well, yeah, I'm like at least the people they showed. Well, I don't know, because the main girl, he was already in her house.
Oh yeah.
He was like in her closet. He was in her closet. But the other people who like picked him up and he was taking them to the gas station, like, I'm not doing that. I don't care. I'm not picking you up on the side of the road. You better call. They got AAA, Uber, everything else in the world now. Like,
I'll even throw money at you. You look.
Not throw money. Utaka, please, Jesus. Utaka said he's gonna throw pennies at the person as you're riding by.
Dollar bills. Like
it's gonna fly.
Oh yeah.
Like you gonna make them try to catch the dollar too?
Maybe I'll have like a money gun.
Oh God, not you being the actual serial killer. But yeah, I gotta go with Gipsy Tapes, because that killer himself is just, and the mask. I feel like all these elements contribute to a good serial killer. And I guess he was smart in a sense, because he did it for years. Like he got away with it for a very long time. How? I don't know. And the fact that like they don't even catch him in the end. Like
that's what's
remember
wild.
he tells them where she is. Did they ever say why he like decided to just be like, here she is, you can have her back now?
No. Honestly, I've only watched it once because I didn't want to watch it.
I mean, you don't need
it's
to.
Good.
It was watching it again. Well, that one I actually sent to my editor because I was like, I'm not watching this again to edit it, so have fun. But I did have to kind of watch it again to like revise it and add memes and stuff, which was bad enough in itself. But
okay,
yeah, we have Gipsy Tapes. Okay. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. Some people I find is pretty mixed, which is weird to me. Some people are like, it's not that bad. And I'm like, are you well?
What?
Are you the Poughkeepsie killer? Because what do you mean it's not that bad? It's not gory, I think, is what people maybe expect. It doesn't need to be gory though. Like the visuals of him just, I don't like torture. And even though it's not like hostile type torture, it's just to know like everything she endured, and like they tell you later, you know, everything that kind of happened. And then for them to even be like, there's things we can't even tell you. I'm like, okay, well. Okay. Yeah, that's my first one.
All right. I am going to pick a movie. Now, I saw this. Yes, I'm old, but I did not see this one in theaters. Okay, so let's at least...
What is this?
This is called Copycat. Have you heard of it?
I'm pretty sure I just added it to my watch list on Letterboxd.
Love that. So it's a 1995 film that stars Sigourney Weaver, Holly Hunter, and Dermot Mulroney. And it follows a criminal psychologist and a homicide detective who must work together to find a serial killer who is committing copycat crimes modeled after notorious murderers.
I'm going to look up the cover.
And the other thing is the criminal psychologist is also an agoraphobic. Or has agoraphobia. So I love the fact that they are trapped in their own, which honestly their apartment's stunning, But there are some interesting chase scenes because she has to leave her apartment, and there's kind of that tension, and should she not? But once she does, because of the agoraphobia, like everything starts spinning, she gets lightheaded, but she's still trying to escape this killer. Oh, I love it.
Wait, so
Ooh.
she is the detective? Is that what you
Uh,
said?
Criminal psychologist.
Okay. Okay. So she's just like, but
Sure.
she's part of the case, basically.
Yes, because
Okay.
the serial killer kind of takes a liking to her in a sense. Yeah. It is really good. It also has Harry
1995. I
Connick
was
Jr.,
2
which
when
is
this movie came out.
wild. But it's really good. It's super, at times, somewhat sleazy, and I kind of like that. But I love Sigourney Weaver. So I was like, okay, I'll watch this. And it turned out it was really
That's
good.
the lady from Alien, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know your infatuation with Alien, so.
True. I would say, though, would I escape this killer? No, because there's a certain element of mystery, and I probably wouldn't have figured it out until I was dead.
I was like, I feel like this feels like one of those smart like killers who like to play with you, like until you think you figured it out, and then you really don't figure it out. Yeah, those are I don't know. I feel like I could survive those kind because I'm just gonna run. I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna move. Like I just don't care.
Okay,
You can have
but
it.
if you were the main person and you're agoraphobic, the idea of leaving your
True.
house is traumatizing. Like it was. I love that the movie shows how debilitating it is for
Yeah.
her, and I really like because of that.
Does he pick her on purpose
Yeah.
because of that?
Well, also she was like a famous speaker, and she's kind of like an expert on it. So
Is that what causes it? That can make
yeah,
sense.
well, in the beginning she's actually attacked, and so that's what kind
Oh.
of brings on like ever since that attack, she's agoraphobic. She doesn't leave.
Because honestly, after I watched The Strangers, the first original
Mhm.
Strangers, I was like, I don't want everyone to leave my house again.
Right?
Well, I didn't. Well, honestly, it was like I can't stay home either because they just showed up because she was there. But
Yeah, no, she lives in a very nice, rich apartment though. So which is also a nice
apartments,
setting, by the way. But also,
yeah, I'm about to
ooh,
say apartments and serial killer stuff weirds me out because it's so real. Like it's not like Scream where Cindy has moved into the middle of nowhere and they're still following. Like this
mhm.
is just in the middle of everybody. You got 3 people living above you and 3 people living below you. It don't matter.
And no one's gonna
But
call the
yeah,
cops,
I
to
added
be
that.
honest, like in those situations. If you think,
I
I mean,
would if I heard well,
I would
if I heard
too.
screaming. Well, because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna check it out. I'm not gonna go
No, I'll call the cops.
figure it out. Yeah, I'd be like, you need to get here. Somebody. That's your job to figure out what's going on, not mine. But somebody up there.
But this definitely, it's one I recommend. In fact, I may rewatch that this weekend because I didn't think about that. But it's just one, I've seen it several times. It's one that sticks in my brain just because also I like Holly Hunter. She can, honestly, when she takes like detective type roles, I really like it because she's got this certain,
Did
she
you
can
hear that?
just cut a man down to size. Like she's just, oh, I love it. She
Interesting.
could be a nasty bitch, and like
I
love
think
it.
I'm looking to the side because I'm looking at my phone because I'm kind of it's playing like the trailer without sound, but I'm trying to see if I
Trying to think if you've
know
seen
her
the movie with Holly
face.
Hunter.
Probably not. I don't remember these. Oh, the guy is that the guy from Scream?
Mm-hmm.
Much younger?
Yeah. Yes. Much younger.
Interesting. I don't know actors' names at all. Like I'm so bad with it.
I
just
can't
know
think of the
faces.
movie. Wait. Oh, you've seen the movie 13, right? Remember when Chew reacted to it? Or have you seen that movie yet?
Yes, I have seen it. It's been a long
She's
time.
the
but-
mom.
Oh, I've seen her.
Yeah.
I've seen her.
She's a good actress, but yeah, that.
Oh
I
yes.
totally...
Oh, that's Does she have like a list kind of?
Yes, I think so.
Does she have a
Somewhat.
TV show?
She
forget
had
it. Forget it.
a cop TV show on TNT that
Yeah.
went Saving Grace.
Yes. Okay, that's
Mhm.
what I know her from.
Oh, damn. Okay. I love that
Yeah.
show. Love that.
I mean, I haven't. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I remember I used to like catch episodes. You know, I like Law and Order, so. Stuff like that.
True.
I was all for it.
So yeah, that would be my first pick. So what's your next one?
My next one. Okay, so the next one is the one I'm really excited about. This one is the Clove Hitch Killer.
I've not seen this. I'm excited.
The Clove Hitch Killer it's like it kind of, from what you're saying about the your pick, it kind of resembles like a mystery thriller type. It's about this kid with there's this, well, I can't speak because I'm just like trying to concise this. Okay. This small town, there's this kid, and it's known for, there used to be a serial killer that roamed this town called the Clove Hitch Killer, and he was named off of his favorite knot, the Clove Hitch knot.
Oh.
And he's been gone for like 10 years, I think, but they still kind of pay, have a tribute to the victims every year because it really affected this town. And it's like, I think like 10 different women it was a lot, like 10 different women. And the kid, he's like 16, 15, 16. Like, he's not like a child. He's old enough to like figure stuff out. And so basically he's driving this is spoilery as hell. So if you haven't seen this movie, you don't want to know. Yeah, this is not for you.
I spoil shit for myself, so I'll still watch this. It sounds good. I'm not seeing it.
But he finds a picture of this woman in like bondage in his dad's truck after he sneaks out one night. And he gets a little like, he finds it, but he's making out with the girl he likes. And so the girl he likes thinks it's his. And so she's like, what? And his dad is like this upstanding guy of the community. He's like the head of the Boy Scouts that his son is in. All this stuff, like just upstanding guy that like people know him around town. And so, the girl thinks it's his, thinks it's the son's. She starts telling people. And of course, people are like texting him like, you weirdo, you perv, all this stuff. And there's a new girl in town who's kind of the weird girl. And she's into new
kink.
No.
Oh.
She's into news. She's into news. She thinks she's Nancy Drew and likes to she's interested in the Clove Hitch Killer. And so he obviously he's kind of putting two and two together, befriends this girl. I'm like, I guess I won't spoil it, but befriends this girl. They kind of are trying to solve this mystery together of the Clove Hitch Killer. It's not really, I mean, it's very obvious his dad is the Clove Hitch Killer, but the way everything unfolds and what happens, ugh. And I think people say this isn't horror per se, but I think the end of the movie, like when he kind of puts it all together, is terrifying. Like, terrifying to know your dad, like all your life,
has just been
this upstanding guy, is this like, but it's like he's a brutal killer. Like, it's not just like he just stabs women and like leaves them alone. Like, he's like tying them up. Like, he's named after a knot, like a clove hitch knot, which is like a bondage knot. So he's super into like the kinkiest stuff when it regards killing these women. Like, has a whole thing. Yeah.
Find me a church. I've done everything everybody else wants to do. Find me a church to go to. I need peace in my heart. I need it now. Bring me.
Like, he only kills women like a certain age. Like, he's like he's hunting them like they're his prey. Like, he's very specific and like watches them, and yeah. But the way that it all goes down, and like the way that the son finds out, and whether they come face to face and all that, you have to watch it. I think it's a really good movie. It can be slow at times, but I think the slowness is what adds to just the like aesthetic of the movie, because you feel like you kind of like have grown up with this guy too. And so it's like the slower, like in the beginning, how slow it is, it just, I feel like it's just a great build up to what comes. And I found this movie like randomly like years ago. I think it had probably just come out. So it's probably like in different places and I just randomly clicked on it, but I hadn't heard of it, didn't see a trailer. I was just like, let's watch Clove, Hitch, Killer. And I was like, this was very creepy.
I'm probably gonna have to watch this now. Like
it reminds me of like it kind of reminds me of like the Gipsy Tapes in the sense of the same type of like killing that he does.
Okay, because in,
just
like,
not
the
found
Gipsy
footage
Tapes,
though.
He does like to play with the victim, like
Oh yeah,
torture
he's
them
like
or let them like.
yeah,
Okay.
and he's clearly into bondage because he tied old girl up the moment he got her, like she was a freaking rotisserie chicken, and that scarred me. Like, ugh, that is like my biggest fear is to be taken and like tied up. Like, don't tie me up, please. Just
You're like, just put me out of my misery.
just do what you're gonna do. Just do it. I don't care what you do, because I'm not gonna have a choice in the matter. So just do it. But don't tie me up and then try to play with me and all this stuff. Just do it. Just get
Okay,
it over
so
with.
could you escape this Clove, Hitch, Killer?
Probably not. I feel like he was smart. He was kind of it's Dylan McDermott, so I'm like, you're not gonna
He's
say
a good killer.
no.
Well, except
Yeah.
in Scream 6, he was.
And that's why
overacting.
he gets away with this so long, because he's charming and like this nice guy. And he gets the most normal people.
Look, because I know Chu just watched it, but it makes me think of like what was it, the Lovely Bones, or
Ugh.
like, because again, Stanley Tucci, he's not somebody you expect, and
Mm-hmm.
bam.
And he has like the sweetest eyes. So it's like, ugh. Oh, I love that movie. Lovely Bones is so good. I think I watched that when I was sick in like high school, and
It's a
I
good
cried.
movie, but it's creepy.
And I didn't like know about the book or anything when I watched that movie. Like I knew nothing about it. I went in blind, so it's like that's
Okay.
like getting on a roller coaster not knowing that there's a big ass drop coming. Like
Yeah,
before
they
you
don't
get to the
prepare you
end.
for that shit at all.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, I can't believe I didn't know Chu watched that.
Yeah, he just put it out, and I was
I
like,
need to go. Oh my
I was
god,
like,
I need to go
okay.
watch this.
It's good.
Damn, I wish I had. That's a movie that I wish that I could like unwatch just to watch it again.
Okay.
Just like experience it all. Like, that's a good movie. That is a good movie. Why am I blurry? Okay, there we go.
Okay. Now this. Okay. All right. That actually is a good movie. And technically, wasn't he a serial killer too?
Yeah, multiple victims.
Yeah. All right. So this next one, let me see, when did this come out? Because this was such a weird movie when I saw this.
Lord.
It's okay. It is based off a book. I've never read the book. But it came out in 2006, and it's called Perfume: The Story of a Murderer. And
Lord.
so
Look
I
it
know.
up.
It's this is more definitely not so much horror. Well, actually, there is certain things. So Jean Baptiste, born with like a superior olfactory sense, so like he can just
2006.
He can just smell things. Like he knows how to make the perfect perfume.
Oh, he's
But
a
in order to
weirdo.
make the perfect perfume and to make the ultimate scent, well, he's got to kidnap.
Now, what if he
women.
got COVID and he couldn't even smell it?
Yeah, well then. Well, he's got to kidnap women, and then he's got to put them in like this gel or jelly, and they basically practically ferment in a sense. Not firm. I mean,
Wait.
and then he like uses like a sickle to like
I feel like
scrape. Like he's not even cutting them. He's just like scraping off the jelly so he could use that to make the perfume.
Let's not play it.
So good.
I feel like I've seen a clip of this maybe. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Now, I will say, I do think I can get away because I'm not in
Does
his
he kill him?
wheelhouse. Oh, yeah, he kills them.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn
At least name the perfume after me. If you
Yeah.
give me.
Most of them don't trust him because he really is like, I just want to do this, and then but they get scared once they see like the sickle, and then also he does start to actually just murder people because he's like, somebody smells good. Ooh, I want to make a perfume. Bam,
Oh my
kill him, and then
god!
he's
So I
like
gotta walk
he
around
also
being
like
funky.
wraps them up. Like it is. Whoa.
Well, we know Liam would survive.
Oh my god.
I have, and I'll never do it again.
Really?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right. And it becomes a super, super crazy, like, sexual movie at the end. And I say that because it's just this, like, you'd have to see it to believe it. The ending is so stupid, but it's so funny in a sense. Because I'm like, what? That took a really left turn because up until that point, this movie is somewhat serious. I mean, this man is just, like, taking these women, killing them,
Over
making perfumes
perfume.
out of them. Nobody knows they're missing, or they do. It's so crazy.
Now, what if I'm wearing another perfume scent, and then like I'm wearing Juicy Couture, and then he take my scent. So now he just got Juicy Couture scent. So now he about to get sued because
Now he about to get sued.
he think he just created a new scent. All this, meanwhile, it's just Juicy Couture.
I should say this was also in 18th century France. So
Oh, okay.
I did leave out a key part. That's how
Okay.
also like, but
That makes sense. So he's just taking people's funk and musk smell
mhm,
to
and
make these little.
turning it into perfume.
I know this can't smell. This does not smell good. I just know it doesn't. I know they don't.
I mean, it goes through a very rigorous
And back then,
process.
my signature scent was probably gonna be cotton and sweat. Anyways, this is Slave Ship 99. Is it my turn?
Mine would be
Yeah, what were your
Rice
people doing back
fields.
then?
I had some good
Poverty
rice last
is
night.
my
Oh,
scent.
delicious.
You had rice? Is that what you said?
Oh yeah.
Oh, of course you did, Utaka. I feel like you have rice every day.
I mean, yeah. It's in the blood. It is in my culture, in my genetics.
Well, I do not have fried chicken every day, just for people who were wondering.
I just love rice. It's so good.
That's fair. Rice is really good. Okay, my next one. I feel like I've talked about this movie before. I think I mentioned it. I don't think we've actually talked about it. But this is another controversial. Well, it's not controversial, but a lot of people are split on this movie. And this is a newer movie. I watched this in this was the last horror movie I saw in movie theaters, actually, because
Ooh, okay.
now everything I watch, I react to. But it was The Black Phone.
That is amazing. Wow. Like, oh my God. The flavor, oh my God, it's so real. Like,
I just think this movie was just so well done. And it could have also been the fact that I just saw the movie in theaters. But to me, it's just one of those horror movies that is just smart. It was just a smart horror movie, in my opinion. Love Ethan Hawke. Love that he was shirtless a good chunk of the movie.
Like, you know, you felt bad, but you're like, damn, he looked good.
Yeah, and he was just creepy. Like, and I think that's the thing with, I think it's easier to creep me out and scare me with supernatural stuff because you can't see it, and I always say you can't run from it. So with serial killers, I feel like it's a lot more rare for me to find it so creepy unless the elements are done right. And I feel like Black Phone was one of those movies because a lot of serial killer movies can come off corny and cheesy
if not done right. Yes,
yeah.
I completely
But
agree.
I mean, the Black Phone does tie in supernatural, obviously. With
but
all
not
the kids.
For the killer though. It's
yeah, not with the killer. Yeah, not the killer. But he was just scary as a serial killer. The mask, but even his body, like he was just big. Like he was just thick. And I just feel like personally, as a 5'2" contender, I just cannot.
Tiny little petite thing.
Especially if we were in like, I mean, now I'm not so petite, but if this was high school, middle school, whatever, I'm little. Like I'm done.
I think I was over 100 pounds back then.
Same. I'm done for. I'm done for. Like them little black balloons would have got me, swallowed me. Y'all would have never heard from me again. I would have been one of those little kids coming back in spirit form, like, run, bitch, do not stay here. Go. Like, you gotta get out of here. You wanna be like me? But no, I love him. And the way he just like sits.
The sister, Gwenny.
Yes.
Oh man.
She was smart. She was smart.
She was foul mouthed. Oh, I loved it.
Well, and because she knew, and she was like, y'all calling me crazy, but I know, I see these things. Like, I knew my brother was gonna be taken by some black balloons, and look what happened. But I love the scene when and I think I wouldn't have gotten away because I think too much. And the way he like at one point Ethan Hawke's character is just like sitting upstairs, like by the door.
That
and
is so...
And the kid is like trying to decide, like, should I run? I'm just like, that would be me. Cause I'm like, listen, can't go over him, can't go under him. Gotta go around. Like, it's just like, what do I do? Like, I'm not impulsive. So to just be like, I'm just gonna go and do it. No, I couldn't do it. Like, I would be dead for sure. I'm done.
Oh yeah, same. Done. One, I'd probably starve. When he was eating the eggs off the floor, I was like, nope, kill me. Just let me go.
Probably.
That's gross.
True. I might just, that would be my 13th reason. Like, we're just gonna, there's no point. There's no point in being here.
My 13th reason is looking at that mattress. I was like, absolutely not.
See, all of it. Like, the moment I would have, like, seen where I was, I'm like,
What is this, honey? I was shocked, honey. I was in tears almost. And it has a white refrigerator. I was like, oh.
Just send a razor down here, sir, and I'll do it for you. Like, I can't do it today.
The one, it's crazy because that was what, in the 70s, and
yeah,
it was so wild how back then, like, kids just be walking around. Like, you wouldn't find that nowadays, and you shouldn't. You really shouldn't.
We really done, because in the 70s, we not white. They don't care. We done.
They're not looking for
They're
us.
gonna be like, well,
sorry to this person.
We'll let you know when we find her bones, but we don't know where she at. So have fun.
I love that. I have to know, since you saw it in theaters, what was your theater experience like? Was it a full
my
theater?
God. No, that was it. So I went with my cousin. Well, we had the week before, my best friend and her boyfriend were talking about their movie experience. They went to go see Black Phone, and they had the worst movie experience. Like, they were like teenage kids in there just like being loud and stuff. So I told my cousin, and I was like, well, I know a theater though that's like super empty. So we went to that theater, which I love. I love a good empty theater. I really don't care. I don't care about the audience experience. I want my experience. So I like being in a big empty theater by ourselves. And we went on like a Monday. There was nobody there. I think there was one person. And I actually took an edible for the first time. Well, not for the first time, but in a long time. And I did not want to take it. My cousin was like, just do it. Let's just do it. And I was like, fine. And I took the smallest bit, and literally I was fine until the credits started. And I said, and I was like, it hit me. He was like, okay, well, just lean back, watch the movie. I was like, okay. But I was trying to like keep because I could feel my heart rate speeding up. So I was like trying to keep myself calm, but literally after 5 minutes I was fine, and I was really focused. And I think that's what made it so good, was I was like really trying to like figure everything out. Like, I already do that, but it was like times 10. Like, I felt like I was in the movie. Like, I was Olivia Benson in the middle of the 70s trying to figure out where this little kid was. Like, you could not tell me I wasn't. I was like, where's Stabler? Let's find this kid. But no, it was a really good movie theater experience, even though nobody was there.
I will tell you, my theater experience, it was at a film festival, and it was wild. It was like the only other theater experience that I can compare this to, and I say this because everyone was just having a great time with the movie. And so there was like people yelling at the screen, having a good time. And honestly, it didn't bother me because I thought it would have at first. But I was like, this is so much fun, because I was like paying attention to the movie and paying attention to everyone around. I was like, this was too much fun. but was The Blackening is another one because that audience was wild and
I could see that being
hilarious.
fun. I could see
And
that
so,
being fun.
but it was like that with The Black Phone, which crazy to me, but it worked. So no, I love The Black Phone. All right, well, okay, so I'll go with my next one. I'm gonna now this is technically considered comedy. Like y'all are like the horror. Where's the horror? I know.
Wait, what are
but
you gonna say?
have you seen the movie Serial Mom?
I literally started it last night because I
What?
was looking up like serial killer movies,
Stop
and I
it.
was like trying to refresh my memory, but in the midst of it, I was like, "Oh, serial mom or whatever," and I only got 30 minutes. No, not even 30, like 20 minutes in because you know my air situation, and oh,
Sorry, my dog back there is being silly.
yep, but like it was too hot to watch it. So I was like, all right, I need to watch this when I have air. But I literally got to the part to where she was on the, like, she got caught basically on the phone and I was dying. And I was like, no. I need to watch this when I can like sit down. But
Oh my god.
go
I
ahead.
love that movie with Kathleen Turner. It's a John Waters film. It is, and it's also got Sam Waterston, who is 88 Jack McCoy from Law and Order. So, you know, it's cool.
Which Law and Order?
The original.
Oh, see, I don't watch the original.
Oh, fair. And it's got Matthew Lillard, Ricky Lake.
Yes, I
And
did.
it is so unhinged.
Wait, that was Ricky Lake?
Yeah, that's the
As
daughter.
a sister?
Uh-huh. That's Ricky Lake.
I kept looking at her like, I was like, why Ricky Lake look good now? Come on. I mean, she looked good back then, but come on. Look at Ricky. Okay. I'm gonna have to look at it later.
I love the movie because obviously she's like a sociopath in a sense, the way she can just change her emotion. But there's just so many things. Like she just honestly, she's killing people who are mean and who are mean to her family. Like
That's
I
honestly.
was
I feel like
dying when she when
she might
was
just be
killing
like
the
going
person
after her like
through the movie
intrusive
Annie.
thoughts. Redhead Annie?
Yeah. All
Oh,
because
Lord.
this lady would never rewind her tapes.
Listen, I get it. If I could go after some people in my comments.
I think I would be able to live because one,
I
I
could
would
talk
think
my
she's
way out of it.
fabulous, and two, I don't think I'm in. Maybe in the comfort of my own home, I'm probably an asshole. But out in the general public, no, because it's rude. Like,
Yeah.
if you've worked in retail or customer service, you know how to act in public, in my opinion. Well, actually,
I
okay,
honestly just
for
feel
the most
so
part, you
like
should. But
I feel bad for anybody who has to work with or like any customer service. I'm just like, ugh, I know people suck. Like I just know people suck. I know it. I feel like we should all be like serial mom, honestly.
but I will
Just
say,
let
I did
her.
love when she did the prank phone calls, and then when she met her, she's like, "Hey, Dottie," she's like, "Pussy Willows," and she's like, "What did you say?" She's like, "Pussy Willows, Dottie, Pussy Willows."
I think
Oh
that's
my
when I
God.
turned like right where I got before I turned it off. I really need to
Such a
watch
good
this
movie, and the
freaking
kills are
movie.
stupid, and yeah, it's good. It's a classic, and if y'all haven't seen it, it's worth it. It truly is.
From the like literally like the 20 minutes I saw, I was like, this may become a fave. And that's why I had to turn it off because I was like, I can't focus in the heat. I need to watch it when I have air conditioning, which I have now. So that's
Oh,
lovely.
love that. That's
Yeah,
important.
this morning they came and fixed it. So
Damn right.
just
But
living
yeah.
in Texas.
Oof. Mm.
I should kill the. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that. I was about to actually go after the air people. I'm just kidding.
All right. Do you have another pick? If not, I did ask before this to pick one that is not a good one.
Oh, not a good one.
Did you have
the Strangers, the new one? Strangers, chapter 1.
Read Drag It.
Let's go with that.
Not a good remake, y'all. It made money. Not good.
This is one that's not really it's not horror. It's more so thriller, but Untraceable. is a great one.
Oh, I thought you were about to say you didn't like that because I love
No.
Untraceable.
Oh no! Oh yeah,
my
we did
God.
say not fun ones, but I don't know any.
It's got some nasty deaths
Yeah.
too.
It's just again another smart movie that's just like on the edge of your seat the whole time, and you're just like, what is gonna happen? I love that movie. Whenever people are just like, I need a good movie to watch, like I will bring up Untraceable every time. I'm like, Untraceable, Disturbia, like. I put down
Untraceable
Ma.
just also like moves super freaking quick too.
Yes,
And that's why I enjoy that.
There's really no downtime. Like you're just really into it the whole movie because there's just always something happening. I put Ma, but Ma's not really a serial killer. She killed, but she wasn't a
true.
serial, right?
Yeah, no, she's not.
It's been a while since I've seen Ma, but she didn't.
Well, because she killed her boss. Then she killed the chick running.
Oh yeah.
And then she killed the dude's dad by snipping off his. So no, I guess she.
I need to rewatch.
A serial killer. Still waiting on a sequel.
But I guess I don't know. That's all I got.
All right, I've got a couple more that I'm gonna try and sell you. Well, okay, so Chu watched this, and I think also so did Horror Bandwagon, and it's a really good one. I believe this is Korean. It's called I Saw the Devil.
That's on my list.
Okay, well then all I'm just gonna say is, ooh, you just don't know who's evil in that, and that's what's so good about it. Like, it's so
life.
It's
so
you'll
never know who's after you.
Okay.
Maybe I'll move that one up.
Oh, go.
No, I'm just saying I'll move it up on my list. I don't have any more.
I will say I like Angelina Jolie because, look, The Bone Collector, good one.
Mm-hmm.
If you've ever seen that. Have you ever seen Taking Lives?
Yes. I gotta look it up. Hold on. It's one of those movies where I watched it a long time ago, but I never watched it again. Okay, no, that's not the movie I thought it was. Nope. I've never seen that.
Oh, okay. So Angelina Jolie, Ethan Hawke, and who was
my man?
The other because she's a famous actor. Oh, Kiefer Sutherland. I forgot he was in this. Oh shit, and Gina Rowlands. So Paul Dano's in this. What the fuck? I need to see this again. So basically, a murder spree in Montreal, with the killer embracing his victims' identities. And so Angelina Jolie plays the FBI agent meant to find him. And there's some really good fake out moments, and there's actually like some really nasty kills. But again, I think, as you said, I think most serial killer films are more thriller. But I love that because one of my favorite things about it is just, honestly, it's the cat and mouse vibes, or trying to figure out who's the killer, or how are you going to get away. And if it's a really, well, actually, you know what? I'll give you a horror one, but I don't think you've seen this yet. Freaky?
No. And when I looked up serial killer movies, that came up, and I'm like,
that would be.
I might literally watch that tomorrow.
That's a horror comedy. You know what? That is. I remember when it came out, because it was during the pandemic, so unfortunately it didn't do well at the box office, but it did super good, like on the ancillary market. Everybody loved it.
I always hear good things about that movie. Like I've never heard anybody say anything bad about that.
Definitely gory, but funny gory,
Oh Lord. I'm like, how am I get around ad suitability?
Well, some of the things don't show blood, so you got that.
Okay.
That's all I'll say, because of certain kills, but it's just really funny and super queer, and I love that. So,
oh, let me get into that tomorrow then,
because it's really good. And I'll just throw out another one. Have you seen Sinister?
Oh,
that's a good one.
I didn't put it. That's why I didn't put it. Because I was Sinister is my top 5 horror movies.
The sound design on that movie is so good.
I will never be over the freaking lawnmower. The lawnmower one. I'm pretty sure I saw Sinister in movie theaters. I might have seen that one twice in movie theaters. But I just remember being.
And the one where it's dragging them into the pool.
Yes.
Oh God, like worst ways to die in my opinion. Drowning, burning,
Yes, those
suffocating.
are.
Like those are just like painful ways. Oh
And
my
then
God.
Sinister 2, I was.
Okay, that's a guilty pleasure movie, but it's not
It's
good.
okay. Well,
It's
I
not.
haven't watched it again. Like I literally don't remember anything except there were 2 kids and there was a mom, but I can't remember like anything specific about the movie because I just think I went in wanting to hate it. If I'm being honest, because I just love the first one so freaking much.
Mhm.
Like that movie is just perfect. It's a perfect movie.
It was a great like original concept. It was freaky. Like there was just there were
Even
great things about it.
there's kind of fake out moments in that one too, as far as like
Mhm.
what it is, who it is, and like when the little boy comes out the box and is possessed, but he's sleepwalking. I'm like,
Oh,
who sleepwalks like that? I don't know
okay.
nobody who sleepwalks
That
like that.
scene made me jump in theaters because that was good. Like
Who
just the tension.
sleepwalks like that?
I don't know. I don't know. That
Nobody.
kid.
I love when this has nothing to do with. Well, it's not. This is not serial killer, but even just like the moment when his head turns in the screen. And I was
Mhm.
like, what? Like, you can't do that. Like, who? It reminds me of Funny Games, because I almost said Funny Games.
That would be a good one. That would definitely be a good one.
But I need to rewatch. It's been a while, but I just remember. And I think I'm thinking of. Because there's 2 versions, right?
Well, there's the original and the remake, but the remake is literally an English shot-for-shot remake.
Because I think I've seen the remake.
So there's really nothing different about those 2 movies except from when they were filmed. It is, I mean, same director. He just wanted to remake it and it be more accessible. And so,
All I remember is just when he paused and rewinded, and I was like,
oh,
excuse me? What?
They broke the 4th wall on that so much. And I actually
Yes.
appreciated that because you don't get that sometimes.
I was like, God, do not do this to me. But I thought about Funny Games, but I'll just throw that one in last. That's another one where they're just messing with you the whole time, and I think I can get away from them though.
Yeah, because you know what? The second they overstayed their welcome, like when that dude was
Yeah,
just standing there in the kitchen after like dropping some egg, I'm like, you can get the fuck out. They're
like
it,
I would have no problem fighting them. I
yeah,
don't. I think we'd be good on that one.
they did like the family did some dumbass stuff, but
Oh yeah,
you've
but it
overstayed
was
your
just.
welcome like they did so many times, and
I'm gonna have to watch the original though now to like
I don't even know.
really.
I think it's German.
I'm trying to make sure because Funny Games.
It is German. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I've seen the remake is in 2007, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the original is 2011. So yeah, I've seen. And this was another one. Every almost like messed up movie I've seen was at my best friend's house, and her mom brought the movie to us. Cause I watched Human Centipede for the first time at her house. Her mom brought it because her mom knew we loved horror movies.
But that was the one she decided, hey,
she
kids.
didn't like really read it or anything. I think her mom's boyfriend kind of just gave it to her, like, here's some scary movies the girls might like or something. And that movie was in there, and my life was changed ever since I saw the movie. I cried for days after that movie. I would just be randomly sitting there thinking about the ending and just start like tearing up. Like, I'm not kidding. I remember I was in the car with my mom. I think we were like on our way to church or something, and I was just in the car. She was just driving, and I just started thinking about the movie and just start crying. I'm like, that movie is awful. Like,
I've never seen it, so I refuse to. That's a movie I refuse to see.
Utaka. Out of everything you try to bully people into watching, and you haven't seen. No.
I have not. All right, tell you what.
Cut
I
the
do
cameras,
bully
dead
people
ass.
to watch a lot.
Cut the cameras, dead ass. You have to watch Human Centipede.
I will react to it.
You gotta react to at least the first one.
I won't watch the second one because Liam said there was just.
I have never seen the second, third, fourth.
Yeah, he said
I don't care. I'm not watching those.
Something that was so like it makes you so sick to your stomach. And when he described it, I was like, yeah, that sounds foul. I don't want to see that.
Human Centipede is without a doubt the most messed up movie out of everything that people have tried to, I've watched The Sadness, Martyrs. I still think Human Centipede takes the cake. Tusk is close, in my opinion, but Human Centipede.
All right. Okay, so I have one final movie, and this is a foreign one. This is a horror film, and it's from, I guess he's like one of the greats. He truly is. He's made a lot of great horror films. This came out in the 80s, and it's called Tenebrae, and it's from Dario Argento.
I've seen that name a bunch. I've seen people recommend it. I've seen it on list, and I just heard it's crazy, and I have put it on my do not watch list, if I'm being honest.
Why did they say it was crazy?
I don't know. I've heard it's like people are like, don't watch it. Is it not that bad?
No, it's actually it's
Okay.
so fucking good. Okay, so
Okay.
there is
Not bad as in like it's a bad movie, just in like it'll scar you type thing.
If you're used to, okay, it's gory.
I'm gonna
for
add this to my
sure.
list right now. That's why I'm
It's not like Terrifier level gore, but this was also the 80s, and so what I love about this is also it's got the dad from Nightmare on Elm Street, John Saxon. But it's just basically this novelist. He goes to Rome to promote his latest book, and he ends up getting stalked by like a crazy and obsessed fan. And so everybody around him, all these people start to die, and then he's kind of pulled into the case. But what makes this movie so great, in my opinion, is the soundtrack is synth heaven. Like, it is so good. Like, I mean, the beats are, if you like Challengers, I can't remember if you've seen that
I
yet.
haven't seen Challengers yet.
Okay, but
I'm like debating on reacting. That's why.
I'm just like oh god, it just makes me want to start dancing. And then on top of that, I know it just makes me want to shimmy.
Not that. Oh my god.
But it's also because it's like the colors pop in this movie.
I'm gonna watch this tonight.
And the blood is also like, and I say this because it's that style, like the blood's kind of like
how do you spell this?
Like this type red, so like it doesn't look, you know what I'm saying? So it's Tenebre, well, AE, but I'm looking at the
oh, there it is. It's on my watch list. Oh, it's already on my watch list.
It is so good. Like, if people told you it was bad, they lied to you several times.
Not bad as in, I've never heard it was bad
sorry,
as in like it's a bad movie.
I wouldn't say this movie's honestly traumatizing. I love it. Also, I don't believe this was meant to be. The one thing that it takes me out all the time is because he is an Italian filmmaker, and I feel like it was dubbed, but I don't believe it is because some of the actors in it don't speak Italian. So like so the sound quality may not be the best. But again, when did this come out? 82. So this is before I was born. It's so good.
Okay, I'm for real gonna watch this tonight. I also
so
thought
good.
about Saw, but that's just so like.
But that's a good one.
But it is
the first
a
one. I remember seeing that in theaters. That was probably the only. I would say that's the one film in theaters that I literally. It was when he was going through the apartment, and taking the photos, and I knew that man was in the closet, and I literally like was gripped the armrest, and I thought I was gonna rip the armrest off in the theaters because like when he jumped out, oh my god, my friends.
This is the first one.
Okay. Yes.
I think I saw the fifth one in theater.
The fifth one. That's the one with.
I think
they all have.
That's the one with Megan Good.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the only reason I was to go see it in the movie theaters. If I'm being honest, I think. But I've never seen any of the movies up to 5. I went back.
You don't need to.
I had seen the second one. We had the DVD for the second one, and then like recently, like I think like past year or two, I watched 3 and 4, and then I haven't seen 6, 7, 8, and then I've seen 10.
10 was so good.
I reacted to 10, but
10 was, oh god, 10 was so good.
I think 10 was so good too because they kind of went back to the original. Like, it just shows everything before. So it's like, let's kind of start this all over. Spiral was awful.
Yeah.
But I have seen Spiral too.
All right. Well, let me before we go, Jay, where can people find you and what do you have coming up?
You can find me on YouTube at J Meets World. I'm also on Twitter, J Meets World with 3 E's. There's a link there to my Letterboxd. Coming up, God,
Bully her for all the
we have more Chucky coming. I gotta finish that series. I just recorded Annabelle
Oh, I gotta watch that. I saw
Comes
you drop
Home.
that.
Yeah, Annabelle Comes Home. And then I think I'm just gonna probably follow up with like Freaky, Conjuring, Devil Made Me Do It, be done with that series. That's all
Until
I've
the
got.
fourth one
I'm
comes
just
out.
kind of winging it at this point.
Okay, all right.
So yeah, but yeah, when people bully me in my comments, like if I see more than one comment about a movie, I'll usually just be like, okay, whatever, let's do it.
Y'all, can you bully her to watch Tremors? Actually, you know what? We're gonna watch that. We'll do a Discord.
Yeah,
thing.
you were supposed to be the one.
That was on me. That's on me, y'all.
Because you were
That's on
like,
me.
Reba, we gotta watch it together. So I was like,
We
okay.
do, because Reba's in it. And before we go, Reba's got a new sitcom, and she's actually writing the theme song too.
Is it Reba?
She's got a new one coming out.
I'm like, is it just still called Reba, or is this?
I don't know what it's called, but she's the star, and I'm like, okay.
Sing mom who works 2
But hey, y'all, we always forget to say this, but you know what? Like, comment, subscribe, go follow everyone.
Oh yeah, do that.
You know, let us know down below some of your picks. Trust me, I'll be in the comments. I always look for new things to watch because I watch a lot of things.
As you should.
I really did choke on air. Wow.
Oh.
Grim Reaper just like sitting there, right there.
Lord.
But yeah.
This New Talkers last episode?
Yes. Like this episode, comment. We have a Patreon. You could go check that out if you want. Early access. We have other things like a a Discord for that. And then if not, George is watching Buffy. Go check that out. I'm watching Doctor Who. Go check that out. Nick is actually watching Doctor Who. Go check that out. And I don't know what Pug is watching because I think I know, but I never do. He is watching X-Men. You know what, guys? Make that hit because I need to see him finish the series because I like X-Men. And David just did Twilight and the world is about to end because...
Is this a last Twilight movie?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're ready.
Hey, see, I said, excuse me? What?
And with that, you all, thank you.
Bye.
You have been listening to the Horror Hour. See you next time.